I'd started on the pill because of my PCOS symptoms. And I no longer, like I was aware that having the birth control pill had side effects, and I knew eventually I wanted to get pregnant, but it was a few years away. And so I just, approached my doctor about getting off of the pill, and she really just was not very supportive. My options were pretty much like struggle with the symptoms or be on the pill, and I didn't really like either of those options. And I thought, like, well, certainly there should be like another way. And so I eventually decided to get off of the birth control pill, but I didn't feel very supported at all. And I think that that was the hardest part for me, was just trying to figure out everything on my own. Kindara helped me in two main ways. One being that it was like a really easy way to get started with charting. It gave me a good way to gather data on myself and track the symptoms. I had a pretty long cycle, so I probably was like a month into it and I still hadn't seen a temperature change, and I was very discouraged. But then I ovulated and my temperature went up and I was really excited. I was like, oh, look, I ovulate. Like I ovulate after all. I can have a baby someday, I guess, hopefully. And then the other part of it is I used the knowledge base a lot, especially at first. Like that was my first introduction to all of it, and I learned a lot um, about charting and how the human body works just from reading that like how-to section, and it was really helpful. So those two things kind of made my journey possible. I eventually did find an OB/GYN practice that is supportive of fertility awareness-based methods. And so if it's possible to find a provider like that in your area, then I think that's also a really great thing. Because now when I go to the doctor, I can actually show them my charts, and they are glad to look at them and help me interpret them, or base recommendations off of them, instead of just being like, good for you. So um, there are a lot of other people going through the same thing. And if you're able to connect with somebody, I think that's a great way to become more hopeful, and to stick with it. Good luck, I guess, to anyone else dealing with this, and I think you can do it.